The deal, man. Another episode of Fueled by Craft. Quarterback class for next year is loaded, and not counting the prospects that are up and coming, but just guys who are deciding to return to their schools or guys who are deciding to hit the portal. But one major part of this NIL that I think people are sleeping on, I think that the current NIL era will help the QB play and help produce better quarterbacks going into the next level. All the chaos that the NIL has caused, I believe it can be one of the most important long-term shifts in college football. After one bad season or 18 months of play, people at the NFL are quick to label these guys as busts. And in my opinion, I don't think every player was a bust because of talent. I think it's just because we simply rushed these guys to the pros too quick. And with this new NIL, players can avoid rushing into the NFL. This removes the financial pressure of wanting to go to the next level. It also slows down the timeline for these quarterbacks. They get more experience, more reps, and it just preps these guys for the next level as a whole. And they'll also be able to take care of their families and receive free education while doing so. Bo Nix is one of the more recent guys who's a prime example of staying back and getting live reps. He was a 5-year player in college football, so he had thousands more live reps than most of these other guys. And in his second year at Denver is the #1 seed in the AFC. Especially in his rookie year, it's like each game you was able to see the quick progress. He got better with each game. The game slowed down faster to him. And like I said, in year 2, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the AFC in a division that also included quarterbacks Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. I think as a whole, we've normalized drafting quarterbacks off of mostly hope with the intention that I can fix them or whatever the case may be. And in my opinion, that's just how you end up with raw quarterbacks in bad situations. A prime example of that is Anthony Richardson. He was taken top 5, the 4th pick to be exact by Indianapolis, and he was labeled as one of those project guys. And Anthony Richardson had a really short leash as a starter in college, only started 13 games. Online it says he went 6-6 as a starter, but that's 12, so I don't know where the 13th game came from. That's a really small sample size of starts, especially for him to not be dominating in most of those games. Sometimes these players even lose confidence before they're able to stabilize. Like I said, Anthony Richardson, you can tell he's kind of had a lack of confidence in the last few years because of what the fan base is saying, what the owners and head coaches are doing by benching him and things like that. Even a big media face like Pat McAfee was doubting him on live TV, and that could really hurt the confidence of a young player. A guy like Anthony Richardson could have really benefited off of staying in college for one more year. And at the end of the day, more tape is just a gift. And you have plenty of film to answer some really important questions when you're analyzing these players. Is the quarterback consistent? Can he handle a diva wide receiver? Can he rebound after a bad game? And how consistent are the bad games? And can he put a cape on when needed? I think are all really important questions when you're evaluating a quarterback. It can benefit them not only on the field, but off the field. These players can grow into leadership roles, earn degrees, and plan life beyond football, and just learn accountability, whether that be with handling media, the fame, or the money. By the time they get into the NFL, they've already had experience and matured in that aspect as well. And specifically with how weak this quarterback class is labeled, according to the media experts, it's not a coincidence that a lot of these quarterbacks are returning to college, pretty much basically off of what I just said. Lenore Sellers, quarterback for South Carolina, is also one of the guys who's benefiting from staying in school another year. He's been in day one talks since before the season started. He's clearly got the ability to perform at a high level in the NFL with the right coaching, but he decided to stay in school for another year and pretty much benefit from all the things that I've explained so far. They've upgraded the coaching around him, a new running back coach, a new O-line coach. His 4 leading receivers from this past season are returning, so we have some familiar faces to throw the ball to. And on top of that, they recruited 2 top offensive line prospects out of high school, including #1 ranked Darius Gray. And as I'm recording this, Dylan Stewart, the best player on the defensive side of the ball, probably the best player on the team, decided that he's staying with the program as well. So clearly these star players are seeing a lot of benefit from staying in the school, staying down, staying loyal, and just getting more reps. Both of those guys smelled the success in the 2024 season. They experienced a failure in this past season in 2025 where they kind of underachieved. Now this is the perfect season coming up to see what they're really made of. And ultimately, I think the NIL will fix and improve the quarterback play that we've had this past decade. I think it'll limit the type of project guys that we have in the NFL, and these quarterbacks will ultimately come into the league more ready and prepared to lead these teams like they're expected to. So let me know what you guys think about that. Appreciate you guys for watching this Fueled by Craft.